Shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to another installment of the Kingdom Music Reviews podcast with your brother and host, Take One, Thy Servant. We're back again with another review. Today we're going to be reviewing again, right? A repeat for the second week in a row. The brother 9to5's Spiritual Remixes Volume 2. Last week we did the installment of Volume 1, which was very much enjoyable. It was about 8 tracks, but it was really full of spirit, definitely guns blazing, if you would want to say. I mean, the brother, like I said, he definitely gave us a lot of stellar performances, even though it was a mixtape. And it's gonna be interesting to see where the course of the river goes with this particular mixtape. Actually, I think it was 7 tracks now that I remember. Don't quote me on that. But anyways, I got his page pulled up again here on SoundCloud, so we're gonna be playing all 10 tracks, one by one by one. But before we go ahead and do that, if you guys haven't, first, go check out some of the previous installments that we've done already. We are going to be having the brother Bing Cole on for Beyond the Mic, so he'll be on for the very next installment. So it's going to be a beautiful thing, having him on. I mean, you guys are familiar with brother Bing Cole. I mean, he's no stranger to Israel. With a lot of the works that the Most High has allowed him to bring forth, a lot of the fruits that he's bared, and honestly, just a lot of the impact that he's had on our people. I mean, the brother's, bright, full of spirit. So it's going to be, a beautiful thing to have him on. Whenever you get to listen. If y'all haven't heard the previous installment with the brother 9to5 that I did, Spiritual Remixes Volume 1, go check that out, as well as everything that we did in the month of January as well. So yeah, I'm going to hold y'all, allow music to speak for itself. I'm definitely interested to see what 9to5 does for this particular mixtape. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let this thing play one by one.
You are now tuned into DJ.
All right, so this is the intro. It's 1 minute and 27 seconds, and I'm already liking what I'm hearing. This is pretty it's pretty interesting. He got like the old traditional radio sound effects and stuff like that. These are the types of things that you would hear as radio hosts are working the boards, and they're transitioning from song back to commentary to another song and whatnot. So it's already off to a pretty good start.
Law keeper.
Praises to the Most High Radio.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. It's your host, DJ Lawkeeper. On the ones and twos, bringing you the 144K sound of truth music and repent music. Got new installment today from this artist, 9to5WORK. Words of a Righteous King, coming at you with the new project, Spiritual Remixes Volume 2. Taking the radio hits and turning them into spiritual hits. Because our people sometimes don't want to hear the old kill 'em up, bang, bang when they're selling themselves online. We tired of hearing that. Let's get some righteous music going to where we can fulfill these gospel, follow the Father's will, and keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. 9to5WORK. Pray the Most High blesses you, the listeners, and everybody that's in Israel to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Love my people, pray you love the Father, and loving the Father is keeping His word. All praise to the Most High Yah. Shalom.
You are now tuned into DJ Law Keeper.
Praises to the Most High Radio.
That was really nice. I mean, I like how he brought that forth. It was definitely I like the creativity. I mean, I see that he definitely was in a different state of mind for the intro for this one compared to Volume 1. Volume 1, he had that more dramatic type of intro and what have you. It's bar heavy, but this one I like how he's giving you that more radio vibey type of intro. You know what I mean? And I like a lot what he was saying, because what he was saying is very much true. We do need more spiritual, hums and songs and messages, permeating through the ether. You know what I'm saying? Right now, everything is heavily dominated with a lot of secular, devilish, and non-spiritual or righteous related type of messages and content and what have you. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of things that appeals to our lower nature and whatnot. You know what I mean? But it's nothing that's really encouraging people to, want to seek out the Most High and establish a relationship with Mashiach, as we're in this hour. So I like how he set that tone. You know what I mean? He basically not obviously to break that monotony. You know what I mean? And deliver something more spiritually profound, something more resonant that's going to lead one more in that direction of righteousness. So, and once again, I like what he did with the vocal sound effects and what have you, because like I said, man, if you guys know anything at all about radio and how it works, you would know that the host normally likes to implement those types of effects, as they're on air. You know what I mean? It's a part of it just comes with the territory. You know what I mean? It's no different than like a disc jockey. You know what I mean? And how they're able to you know um, interweave, or should I say, segue in and out of different songs, as they're scratching and whatnot. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things that comes with being a radio host. You know what I mean? Or I guess you could say the art of radio. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was really creative, and I think it set a pretty peculiar tone for what we're in store for the rest of this tape. We got 9 more tracks to go. That was the intro, and now we're getting ready to play Skateland Remix. This is track number 2. Let's see what Five is hollering about on here.
Yeah. Work. Praise our 9 to 5. Work. Hey, when it's trouble, send a prayer and you forget the panic. Keep praying and fasting till the demons vanish. In Babylon, he missed the language, so they couldn't manage. I speak a lot of Hebrew, not much Spanish. Read the Bible, feed my soul, I ain't never famished. I'm under God's authority, how I understand it. This is the day living, so I won't plan it. I just really need my space like 9 planets. Flow hard and special like marble or granite. Praise God before the gift, he ain't have to rap it. Gloria, that's all I'm chanting. Busting moves like David when dancing and prancing. Spiritual riches, I don't need no bank transaction. Spiritual riches stored in heaven, how I'm financing. Gotta rehearse the righteous acts, yeah, this all practice. You know the devil bring patient, a lot of distractions. I need the method for the sanity and not the madness. Prayed up, faithed up, and I ain't never lacking. Like a rope or a spring, I ain't never slacking. My goals like defensive drills, how they getting tackled. Yeah.
So yeah, I like so far, where he's going in the direction with this track. So it's about a minute and 53 seconds already. The brother, he just dropped a whole bunch of lyrical gems, on our heads. I like the production on this. I Once again, he's staying in that 313 bag, like real up tempo, very brash. It just hits you right in the face. Heavy bass line. And I love that snare hit, man. I don't know if y'all really listening or paying attention to that, but that snare hit, it just adds a lot more impact to all of his punchlines and just his bars overall. I love the reverb that it has on there. It just gives it more of a spacey, atmospheric type of feel, and his vocals as well. Everything just sounds so married and glued to the beat. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that all the way to 30 seconds.
It take more than and fasting till the demons vanish. In Babylon, he missed the language, so they couldn't manage. I speak a lot of Hebrew, not much Spanish. Read the Bible, feed my soul, I ain't never famished. I'm under God's authority, how I understand it. This is day-to-day living, so I won't plan it. I just really need my space like 9 planets.
I like I said, day-to-day, not plan it, because it reminds me of St. Matthew chapter 6, verses 34. St. Matthew chapter 6, verse 34, it tells us, to not worry on the morrow, for the morrow shall worry the things of itself. Sufficient to the day the evil thereof. And it's crazy because I was literally speaking with my bro, JB, and I was asking him, just how he's holding, and how he's mentally preparing for the different things that he's transitioning in his life. And he told me pretty much the same thing. You know what I mean? He pretty much reverted back to the same scripture, and it's so true because it's just like we really don't know what the tomorrow is going to bring. We really only can worry about here and now, the current moment. You know what I'm saying? Like each day that the Most High allows us to draw breath, I mean, we're literally dealing that day with whatever temptation and whatever evil that that day has to provide. I mean, and it's up to us to put on that whole armor of Abba, like it tells us in Ephesians the 6th chapter verses 12 through 18, to ultimately prevail in the face of that adversity. So I like how the brother was able to implement that in here. That's why I said, man, Gems, bro, gotta pay attention, man. Gotta pay a fine ear to those things.
Hard and special like marble or granite. Praise out before the gift, he ain't have to rap it. Glory, that's all I'm chanting. Busting moves like David when dancing and prancing. Spiritual riches, I don't need no bank transactions. Spiritual riches stored in heaven, how I'm financing. Gotta rehearse the righteous acts, yeah, this all practice. You know the devil brings temptation, a lot of distractions. I need the method for the sanity and not the madness. Prayed up, faithed up, and I ain't never lacking. Like a rope or a spring, I ain't never slacking. My goals like defensive drills, how they getting tackled. Yeah.
like just like how they getting tackled. He's bringing up the football references and wordplay and stuff like that. That was nice.
It take more than Harriet to break the chains and shackles. So many slaves that they gave away like a raffle. That's connected to y'all's will like an axle. I ride for y'all, damn near broke the saddle. Clear your mind out before you pray, there's not scrapple. You wrestle with the flesh, lock it in like a grapple. Before you had the spirit switch sides like a tassel. House of Israel, built strong like a castle. While your house getting washed away like sand castles. It's getting surgical, the Bible cut like a scalp. Taking pieces of the Bible like producers do samples. Following Christ, cause he left an example. The miracles he did with God's power, just a sample. Send my prayers from my closet, not a chapel. Use my money, help the poor out, not a pastor.
Yo, you heard that sound effect at the end? Yo. Oh man, this is interesting, bro. It's very, very interesting. Literally, as he's in the studio, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, like, if he was so in the spirit that he literally knocked out this whole entire like tape in like one day. Like, I would not be surprised, bro. Like, just hearing that sound effect of him like drinking his drink and stuff like that, I would not be surprised if he was just like one by one just knocking them all out, bro. I would not be surprised, bro. But oh my gosh, man, towards the end, man, that got lyrically hectic, man. He was just punchline after punchline after punchline after punchline. You talking about like how surgical it gets, stuff like that. It reminds me of Hebrews 12, and no, not 12. It was Hebrews 4 and 12, where it talks about the Holy Spirit and how it's a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. And it also talks about in the beginning of the verse how it's sharper than any two-edged sword. You know what I mean? Dividing the oh my goodness, this is escaping right now. It's Hebrews 4 and 12, but it's just talking about like how sharp the Holy Spirit is and what have you. So when he said that, it just registered into my mind. But man, I mean, like I said, bro, that was I mean, I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? I was expecting to bring this. I didn't think it was gonna be like just such a flurry like that. But yeah, man, Skateland remix, that was dope, man. I like what 9to5 did on that, bro. We're gonna see if he continues on with that same momentum, as the tape rolls out. Track number 3, we got 7-minute drill. Oh, this is interesting because I remember J. Cole, he had a track called 7-minute drill when he had released his tape sometime last year on his Might Delete Later. So it's gonna be interesting, bro. Let's see what let's see how let's see how 9to5 brings this into context. All right, track number 3, 7-minute drill remix. Let's get it.
Conductor. Fear Abba and I.
All right, so it's a minute and 13 seconds.
Bet you won't fear man's power. In plain sight, they crash and burn just like twin towers. The serpent came in many forms, building Babylon's power. Gotta watch out for these snakes like Ice Cube and Anaconda in the valley of dry bones where they thirst for living waters. I grew up, we survived off of Coney and quarter waters. Now I thirst for living waters just to quench my spirit thirst. Y'all's healing all the pains on the inside that hurts. Cause I used to picture pain like a RIP t-shirt. And that's all you wear till you friend get murdered. You know God's word notorious like a big verse. It help you deal with patience like a registered nurse. Was born being cursed. I never thought the blessings would work.
He said registered nurse. Hold on.
Praying on my knees, so my word notorious like a big verse. It help you deal with patience like a registered nurse.
Oh my gosh, bro. That man. Oh wow, bro. Oh, yo, 9to5, bro. Yo, this man is a lyrical. This man's a lyrical assassin, bro. He said, "Learn. It'll teach you how to learn with patience, like a registered nurse." Bro, wow, man. Drop the mic. And this beat, bro. This beat is sick, man. Like it got that real, like it just got that traditional hip hop type of feel to it, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it reminds me of when the two of them. Because for a second, I was kind of like thinking about Solo the Prince. I remember they had linked up for a track, him and 9to5. What was that? They did a review on that last season. If I didn't peep that, definitely go check that out. It was New Life. Yeah, man. Because Solo, he thrives off of that type of sound. He thrives off of that old, East Coast, hip hop, traditional hip hop bass. I mean, that's what a lot of his soundscape is like, because he's a producer. He produces for himself and whatnot, and he thrives with that sound. You know what I mean? And if you, I need to mess with Solo, man. Solo, you know what I'm saying? He's sick with it, man. But yeah, man, like this. I mean, so far, I'm really loving what I'm hearing, bro. It really has that sonic aesthetic to it, man. So I'm gonna let it keep on playing out, man. This is dope, man. I'm liking what 9to5 is doing so far with this.
Born being cursed, I never thought with thirst. Y'all's healing all the pains on the inside that hurts. Cause I used to picture pain like a RIP t-shirt. And that's all you wear till your next friend get murdered. You know God's word notorious like a big verse. If you deal with patience like a registered nurse. Was born being cursed, I never thought the blessings would work. Praying on my knees so much till my joints start to hurt. I understand there's so much knowledge all over the earth. We trying to fly different dimensions just like Captain Kirk or Ezra with the angel. Asking questions to learn. People sleeping on the moose like Homer and Mr. Burns. Gotta prove your worth while you here on earth. Been like that since birth until we under the turf. And the address in the box doesn't have a return. I heard you learn a lot better when you have no concerns.
Man, 13 seconds of nothing but lyrical fire, bro. Hey, 9to5. Hey, shouts out to 9to5 for that, man. That was dope, bro. That was dope, man. If you need some words of upliftment, encouragement, or just need to be motivated in any kind of way, man, that like all you gotta do is just cut a track like that on, bro. It'll put you right back in focus mode, man. That was fire, bro. And the fact that he was able to, pack that all in into just 1 minute and 13 seconds, man. Like that is nice, man. That was dope. He killed that, bro. That was 7-minute drill remix. Track number 4. Let's see. It says this is not a drill remix 2. All right, so this is interesting. Let's see if like sonically or production wise, like if it's along the same line. So this is not a drill remix 2. This track number 4. Let's play it. So it's 2 minutes and 8 seconds.
Word. Yeah, 9to5. Word.
I'm liking them horns so far.
Words of a righteous king. Hey. Ooh. This is not a drill. I've been not around. I keep his wheel just like Uncle Phil. Stacking up these spiritual riches, trying to get a meal. I pop Bible scripture same way. Future popping pills. God's word here way better than a Dr. Pill.
So production wise, I'm liking what I'm hearing already, man. It kind of has some of that Jersey flavor to it. You know what I mean? Also, those synth layers that I'm hearing in the background as well. I think it complement those horns that we got introduced with once the song began. But I'm gonna let it continue to play.
Spiritual riches trying to get a meal. I pop Bible scripture same way. Future popping pills. God's word heal way better than a doctor pill. I'ma talk to Yah. I'm not talking to no Dr. Phil. You look life dead in the spirit. You unconscious still. Insane in the membrane, sort of like Cypress Hill. My beloved righteous mountain climbing to the holy hill. Living waters is the air I breathe, just like fish gills. Teach a man to fish. He'll never miss another meal. A black man with a library card is what they really fear. You ain't gotta shoot.
Black man with a library card is what they really fear, because you know what they say. You know what I mean? A black man who's knowledgeable, he's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So if you got that library card, what I'm saying, they're gonna have their eyebrows raised. They're gonna what I'm saying, they're gonna be clenching, clenching to their waist and stuff like that.
Every time things get real, fight to see another day like Craig Pops on Friday. Pray for our people in times like the Bible says. She spent the money for her wedding to see Beyonce. They can contemplate my spirit flowing high as conscious.
Hold on, what did he said something about Beyonce? Hold on.
Bible says she spent the money for her wedding to see Beyonce.
She split the money for her wedding to see Beyonce.
Contemplate my spirit flowing high as conscious bait. Disrespecting Yah and his laws we won't tolerate. Pop a Bible scripture and my spirit starts to concentrate. Pray those blessings fall like leaves, then I have a rate. Psalms in the book of Proverbs help me meditate. When it's in God's hands, that heavyweight turn featherweight. Gospel preaching, yeah, we educate. Mind elevates the faith, master work. It's the only thing we...
I like what he just said about how it turns to featherweight. I'm gonna restart that part. Hold on.
Psalms in the book of Proverbs help me meditate. When it's in God's hands, that heavyweight turn featherweight.
That's a fact, man. I can't count how many times, bro, where there's been things, and it reminds me of what was it? I think it's Philippians 4 verses 2, or I think it's no, I think it's Philippians 4 verses 6. It tells us, like, take pretty much to not take thought for anything, but in all things, make our prayers and our requests known to the Most High. I believe that's Philippians 4 verses 6. Yeah. As a matter of fact, let me just go ahead and get that real quick. I don't want to just be throwing it out there, and that's not 100% it. But I like how he said, it turns after meditating on the scripture that he wrote in Proverbs, that it turned something that was so heavy on his mind, on his heart, and pretty much Most High turned it into featherweight once it got into his hands. And yeah, that was Philippians 4 verses 6. It says, be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. So that's what that reminds me of, because in actuality, bro, we really shouldn't be worrying about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Me, I've been heavily into Psalms as of lately. And I believe it was in Psalms, I think 133 or 134, where David is talking about how basically he's not minding high things. He's not minding things that are higher than himself. You know what I mean? Things that are beyond his strength, things that are beyond his understanding. He's not really too much paying a mind or too much or placing too much emphasis on those aspects, because it's just like, we're not the Most High. We're not the creator of the universe. You know what I mean? The Most High, he doesn't miss a beat. Everything is in his hands, from the good, the evil, the light, the darkness. Isaiah 45 verses 7 already tells us, he forms the light, he creates the darkness, he makes the peace, he creates the evil. He makes rich, he makes poor. He has the ability to wound, and he has the ability to heal, and so much more beyond that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, who are we? We ain't nothing but the dust, man. You know what I'm saying? So matters that are beyond our control, that are beyond our strength to have a way of controlling or altering. It's just like, why even really worry about it? And just to recite, St. Matthew chapter 6 again, like towards the end of that, I'd say verses 21 to like 34, I believe, 22 to 20 to 34, is pretty much telling us about worrying about the things as far as like necessities and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And then it gives us the examples of the fowls, and how they don't labor, but the Most High make sure they have everything they need. And talking about the lilies of the grass and how beautiful they are, how much more beautiful they were and arrayed than Solomon. You know what I mean? And the Most High make sure that they're well taken care of and what have you. But the point is giving it all into the Most High's hands. So when he said, from heavyweight to featherweight, it's just pretty much he's using the boxing reference because heavyweight, featherweight, those are the and then flyweight, those are all the different weight classes when it comes to boxers and what have you. But it makes his point though. It makes his point stick out into what he's trying to say. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much where he was getting at when he was saying that. But ultimately, the main message you should take from that line is, when you put your worries and your concerns and you make your requests known unto the Most High, like we just read in Philippians 4 verses 6, all those worries and all those thoughts that are so heavy on your heart, it is going to not only dissipate, but it's going to turn lighter, but it's also ultimately going to dissipate as well, because once again, the Most High, he has those things under control. But I'm gonna go ahead and let the track continue to rock out though.
Gospel preaching, yeah, we educate. Straight. Pray those blessings fall like leaves, then I have a rate. Psalms in the book of Proverbs help me meditate. When it's in God's hands, that heavyweight turn featherweight. Gospel preaching, yeah, we educate. Mind elevates, the faith master works. It's the only thing we demonstrate. If you lost a battle, you lose the war, just disengage. Pray for more grace, cause we closer to the end of days. Catch a demon slipping, it be shocking like he getting tased. All these left and rights have him thinking that he in a maze. It's not the same zoo when them lions coming out the cage. True Israel light. This my life is not another phase. Word to free blue, let you know we is not slaves. I broke the chains like runaway slaves, trying to free the game. See my face, no umbrella, felt the real rain. Like an artist painting, people hurt. You can picture pain, same picture, different year. They just changed the frame, eating the word of God up. My spirit just invigorates.
All right, so that was track number 4. This is Not Drill Remix 2. Ultimately, what I took from that track really is just, it's not a drill. You know what I'm saying? Like he even said towards the end, like, this is really his life. This is really how he lives. This is not just a phase. So, it's not a drill. You know what I'm saying? This is really his life. This is really, our lives, as believers, of the Most High and, Mashiach. So, I agree. That's the ultimate message that I took from it. Once again, he laid another bar fest for us all. He killed that. The beat, what I'm saying, like I said, it was smacking, just like the rhythm so far. So yeah, man, this is Not a Drill Remix number 2. Track number 5, we have Never Die Remix. Let's go ahead and see what this is about.
Work. Praise God, but we don't never die.
This is interesting. So now we kind of have those radio sound effects that we heard from the intro now starting to make their way back into the tape. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and replay that again because I'm liking some of those Vox samples I'm hearing in the background.
Work. Praise God, but we don't never die. You'll never die. No, you'll never die. 9to5 work. Hey, better late than never, but just like God, he don't come when you call, but he always on time, whether my time or your time. I praise him all the time. If you got paid by the second, couldn't spend enough time. I don't say how much it costs, I say how much time have you lost spending time just to get money and spend the cost. You ain't worth nothing, you don't value your time. I took time to learn life, how I value my time. I took time to learn Yah, he increased my time. Started walking like Christ and he increased my life. Like more voltage to the light, he increased my shine, my peace of mind. Working hard for my kids, leave a will so my kids get a peace of mind. Remember I was down drowning out like farmers going through a drought. Crown out, singing like CC wine. You sound real, but you not like a baby that's whining. I fell back from seeing like Dash recliner, and I know the name well like gold diggers, no designer. She prostitute for clothes, devil only want her soul. God gon' smack her down like the winning piece in dominoes. Put his Bible blicky, you can tell a demon by my nose. Fast and furious like Toretto. The word travel fast like an echo. It hurt when them demons talk about it like strepto. The second Exodus bad as the first, like secondhand smoke. Christ the King, we don't have the presidential vote. Spiritual eyes, I'm seeing further than a telescope. Cause God's speed way faster than a blink. I'm locked in when we talking like a coaching string.
Yo, I like how you said I like how you said Yah's word speaks faster than a blink. Oh my gosh, that is so true. We have no idea, man. No idea. But I really just wanted to let that track play out, man, just to see like from start to finish, how everything would play out. And I have to say, man, that was really, really nice. I really enjoyed that track, man. That once again, man, the soundscape, man, of this tape so far, bro, it's just absolutely amazing. I'm loving how he's able to, because he's still incorporating that traditional sound from where he's from, being in Detroit and whatnot. But the way in which he's able to, have things, he's adding versatility, adding versatility, still, incorporating elements from other genres, or should I say, different subcultures or regions, within the state and what have you. And, how he's able to fuse it all together to, deliver to us, some of these grand performances, because that one, it sounded really probably the fullest track that I've heard so far. And what I mean by full, like just from a tonal dynamic and stereo image standpoint, like everything was just there, especially the stereo with, like, as I'm listening, I'm listening in both of my headphones, like I'm hearing the the instrumentation that was pinned to the right channel, and I'm also hearing some of those vocal samples, not his, but the vocal samples from the beat sound like a female, like humming and whatnot in the background, and I'm hearing some of that slightly panned to the left. So whomever produced the beat, they did a really great job at making sure to fill out the stereo image, because what people don't realize is that when you do that, it makes your track sound a lot more flushed out. It just makes everything sound more, or should I say, it makes everything sound more fully fleshed out and more just sonically full. It makes things sound more thicker. It makes it sound more complete. You know what I mean? And also perceivably louder as well, without having to, press your records or anything like that. It just makes things actually sound louder, because everything sounds a lot wider. Everything doesn't sound so centrally panned or what have you. You know what I mean? The only thing that really should be panned in the center are, like vocals, like 9to5's were, of course. Your percussion elements, like your snares, your kicks, and stuff like that, really, and of course, your bass. Those are the things that really should or should I say encompass the middle image of the track, because that's where, you're ideally going to be setting your focus or what have you, especially for vocal, you know what I'm saying? But that opens up space for every other element to incorporate, or should I say, be stationed in a different portion of the stereo image and whatnot. And like I said, I'm not trying to, I'm not going to go, because like I said, man, I could talk about this at length, you know what I mean? Because I'm just, enthusiast, when it comes to like, audio and the engineering aspect of the music or what have you. But just based on, what I heard, it was definitely, steering in that direction. And I thought that was nice, man. I thought that was nice. And once again, of course, 9to5, he's just another lyrical spectacle, man. Just to say the least, just another lyrical spectacle, man. Just craftsman, just a craftsman with his words, man. Craftsman. All right, just craftsmanship. So track number 6, we see Motion Remix. All right, let's go ahead and play this and let's see where this goes. All right, so it's a minute and 40 seconds. All right, let me replay it.
Yeah. Woo. 9to5WORK. Hey, praise the most high, Yah, rather local or coastal. Stunting on the wicked with an arc that's a showboat. Spirit hot, but the flow cold. Need a weather coat. Christ came for the lost sheep, put away to go. Thinking about the time he saved
Oh, let me replay that one bar.
me when I start to go. Most high, Yah, rather local or coastal. Stunting on the wicked with an arc that's a showboat. Spirit hot.
Oh, okay. Stunning on the wicked with an arc that's a showboat. Okay, I see what you're doing. See what you're doing, bro.
But the flow cold, need a winter coat. Christ came for the lost sheep, put away to go. Thinking about the time he saved me when I start to go. My conscience had woke up and jumped off the dream boat into the living waters. Now I'm floating with the stream flow. Father looking for him like trying to find Nemo. You are now to
Let's see if you find him.
DJ.
Nah, I'm just playing with
Praise to the Most High Radio.
Present most high, Yah, rather local or coastal. Stunting on the wicked with an arc that's a showboat. Spirit hot, but the flow cold. Need a winter coat. Christ came for the lost sheep, put away to go. Thinking about the time he saved me when I start to go. My conscience had woke up and jumped off the dream boat into the living waters. Now I'm floating with the stream flow. Father looking for him like trying to find Nemo. Window of opportunity, and Christ played a thief role. To save souls, the door closed, but see through it like peepholes. My people, they don't know they cursed and it hurts. Only time they had your back when they put you in the hearse. Moving forward with God's plan, say ain't no.
only time they have your back is when it puts you in a hearse, man. Wow, man. It hurts, but given the circumstances that we're living in, bro, where so many people are still living under those curses because they haven't decided to give their lives over to Mashiach as this hour. Unfortunately, yeah, that is very much that very much is the case. So I mean, hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. That's just these are just the cards that we're currently dealing with, y'all. So yeah, I'm going to let the brother keep cooking up.
People don't know they cursed and it hurts. Only time they had your back when they put you in the hearse. Moving forward with God's plan, say ain't no reverse. 12 tribes, 12 nations, yeah, they all been dispersed. Lost heritage, yeah, but it's time to revert to the righteous ways, yeah, it's time to rehearse.
Yo, man, a minute 40 is not enough, man. Hey, not to sound like Andre 3K before, you know what I'm saying? But bruh, a minute 40 is not enough, man. Not with a beat like that, man. Hey, 9to5, bro. If you get to peep this review, man, hey, that motion, bro, the motion remix, man. Hey, you're gonna need at least an extra minute 40 seconds left on that joint, man. You know what I'm saying? Make this a little bit more, bruh. A minute 40, bruh. Man, it's not enough, bro. It's not enough. I'm gonna replay it though, man. I really did like that beat, man. That's dope. It had a little bit of that MJ playing in the background. I forgot which track that was, but I thought that was dope. Once again, incorporating that radio sound or sound effects that he's been having included at certain sequences of the tape so far. I know he just had it on Never Die as well.
Yeah.
Them strings though, man. Them strings. Oof.
9to5WORK. Hey, praise the most high, Yah, rather local or coastal. Stunting wicked with an arc that's a showboat. Spirit hot, but the flow cold. Need a winter coat. Christ came for the lost sheep, put away to go. Thinking about the time he saved me when I start to go. My conscience had woke up and jumped off the dream boat into the living waters. Now I'm floating with the stream flow. Father looking for him like trying to find Nemo. You are now to DJ.
Yo, that is just so creative, bro. Like the way he brought that in, that particular point, bro. Like I feel like at this point in the tape, like with after this, 4 more tracks. I just feel like it came at a really good time. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like at that halfway marker, with the album, or not the album, but the mixtape. So I feel like him incorporating these effects is kind of like somewhat of a relief or a breath of fresh air. So, but the fact that he then again re spits his flow, because that's another thing too. You know what I mean? Like if you're trying to get somebody's attention, these are the types of things that you incorporate to make your tape, or even if it's just a single, right? These are the things that you incorporate to maintain somebody's interest, to maintain that level of excitement. You know what I'm saying? And he's also, once again, just, I mean, the brother, like I said, man, it's craftsmanship, man. The brother definitely has a ear, for, what works, what makes sense, musically. And, you're seeing it all here on full display, man, you know?
DJ, Law Keeper, praise to the Most High Radio.
Praise the Most High, Yah, rather logo or postal. Stunting on the wicked with an arc that's a showboat. Spirit hot, but the flow cold. Need a winter coat. Christ came for the lost sheep, put away to go. Thinking about the time he saved me when I start to go. My conscience had woke up and jumped off the dream boat into the living waters. Now I'm floating with the stream flow. Father looking for him like trying to find Nemo. Window of opportunity, and Christ played a thief role. To save souls, the door closed, but see through it like peepholes. My people, they don't know they cursed. It hurts. Only time they had your back when they put you in the hearse. Moving forward with God's plans, there ain't no reverse. 12 tribes, 12 nations, yeah, they all been dispersed. Lost heritage, yeah, but it's time to revert to the righteous ways, yeah, it's time to rehearse.
Yeah, I wonder how Noah would have sounded on that. Yo, that was tight though, man. So that was Motion Remix, track number 6. Track number 7, we got Tunnel Vision. 3, in parentheses, we got Ratchet and Reckless. So it should be interesting. This like it's probably geared towards the streets. Let's hear it though.
Not 5. Work. Words of a righteous king. Hey, welcome to the truth for God. Now I don't have dreams. I give arms and melt thin like ice cream. God's team's a hierarchy of saints and angels. Christ could have called a few and got the crew mangled. Israelite, baby, like Christ in the manger. They say that we don't belong here like Tangle. I'm riding for y'all like horses out the stable. You gotta have a poker face no matter what card table.
All right, so this beat is 3 minutes 14 seconds. Sounds like we're getting ready to have a beat switch. Am I wrong? All right, no beat switch, but hey, it's still slapping though.
Not 5. Work. Words of a righteous king. Hey, welcome to the truth for God. Now I don't have dreams. I give arms and melt thin like ice cream. God's team's a hierarchy of saints and angels. Christ could have called a few and got the crew mangled. Israelite, baby, like Christ in the manger. They say that we don't belong here like Tangle. I'm riding for y'all like horses out the stable. You gotta have a poker face no matter what card table. There's one source, one Yah, one creator. You're surfing through all these channels like watching cable. Your spirit dead, let's get it started like jumper cables. All praises to the Most High, that's the label. Love thy brother, but you can't like Cain and Abel. Less is more when you speaking at the round table. Be fruitful, multiply like times tables. I scratch sand off my record like a turntable. All these
I see what he did there, adding that scratching effect. I told y'all, man. Disc jockeys, boy. Hey, man, I like that though. I like that. Attention to detail. But I do want to rewind real quick where he said, your brother be killing Cain and Abel."
There's one source, one Yah, one creator. You're surfing through all these channels like watching cables. Your spirit dead, let's get it started like jumper cables. All praises to the Most High, that's the label. Love thy brother, but you kill him like Cain and Abel.
It's the part that I really wanted to park the pause button on, because it's just so true, man. Like, and that's the thing about it, bro. Like, the scriptures, it tells us what love is, man, and it tells us what the pinnacle of an act of love can be, when you lay down your life for your friends, the same way that Messiah did for all of us. There is no other greater act of love than that. You don't really love a person if you're not willing to give up, your life for them. You know what I'm saying? You don't really love them if you're not willing to give up your life for your brother. You know what I'm saying? For those who love, you proclaim to love most, then that love is not as 'cause even that word love is thrown around so loosely, but the scriptures, it shows us what it is. You know what I mean? And I just, pretty much broke it down. What the pinnacle of it is, giving up your life for your friends. You know what I mean? The side did for us, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying? And then, and even if we don't want to go there in terms of like, dying for your loved ones, right, your friends and what have you, it once again, what I'm saying, just looking at the commandments, what I'm saying, like, if you love your brother, you're not going to do certain things, what I'm saying, whether it be bearing false witness about him, or committing adultery with his wife, or stealing from him, and lying on him, and all this and that. If you really love your brother, you're not going to do these things towards him. You're not going to have an evil eye towards him. You're not going to be envious or jealous about him in any capacity. You know what I mean? Because you love him. You know what I'm saying? If you really love that person, then you're not going to think such thoughts towards them. So I don't know. It's just hearing that, bro. It's just because, once again, man, scriptures, it tells us plain Jane what love is. So the fact that, he incorporated that, it was definitely a much needed line, and it's added, weight to, or as much needed weight added on to the track so far. So yeah.
Less is more when you speaking at the round table. Be fruitful, multiply like times tables. I scratch sand off my record like a turntable. All these idols, false gods, just another fable. I let the real God enable, and I was disabled. Gave the baby was vital, prenatal. Christ stable, anything that was unstable. And it was quick to catch a vibe like an old pager. I bring the good news gospel to the bad strangers. I count my blessings, saw an E on the calculator. Tears of joy, the bread circle like an onion bagel.
He said, "Count his blessings, saw E on my calculator." I'm thinking he meant I'm thinking he's talking the E stands for Elohim. I could be wrong on that. I could be wrong, but I think that's probably what that means. He said, "Count my blessings." Oh, that's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, bro, lyrical assassin, man, lyrical assassin, man. The way he's flipping these words and playing with them, bro, like it ain't nothing. Like it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. He said, "E on my calculator, dude." That's got to be talking about Elohim, man. That's got to be talking about the Most High, bro. It's got to be. I'm gonna repeat that.
The land of to catch a vibe like an old pager. I bring the good news go to the bad strangers. I count my blessings, saw an E on the calculator.
I count my blessings on E on calculator. Yeah, that's got to be talking about Elohim, man.
Tears of joy, the bread circle like an onion bagel. I want the land of milk and honey that's sweeter than maple. Know your friends and enemies like Christ eating at the table. It's Ned Flanders, how I love our neighbor. Enemies in the household, gotta love our haters. Don't turn into Judas, end up another traitor. That's just food for thought, and the Bible does cater. Imagine all that land for Abraham, that's a lot of acres. Given by the Holy Father, the mighty creator. Men lie, women lie, numbers tell the truth. Draw the line, show the difference like graph paper. Remember, we were slaves way back in the Egypt days. Hebrew slaves seen their babies thrown to alligators. Learn the Bible library like a curator. Read the scriptures, make a picture like a filmmaker. You gon' find that sweet love like Anita Baker. When you get done learning, be a demonstrator.
All right, so that was Tunnel Vision 3. I mean, hey, bro. I mean, what's understood need not to be said, right? I mean, hey, I mean, 9 to 5, bro. He's holding no punches, man. He's holding no punches, bro. He's holding no punches. He's going straight for the gut, bro. Hey, man. If you if you're not paying attention, bro, it's gonna go right over your head, and you're gonna get left in the dust, man. Left in the dust, bro. Brother's letting the spirit have his free course, man. And hey, man, I'm liking it, man. I'm liking the momentum, and now that's has a segue into track number 8, BB King freestyle. And now that I think about it, bro, just hearing just off top, just hearing that title, BB King, that's got to be a solo produced track, bro. Because I've seen that name before from solo. I've seen that before, the BB thing. So yeah, man. This got to be a solo produced track. And who knows? Maybe track number 3, 7 Minute Drill, was a track that he produced as well. Who knows? He probably produced quite a bit of these tracks, like the real like East Coast, Harlem bass, sounding beat selections and whatnot. Yeah, those are probably his. I wouldn't be surprised if he produced that, as well as a few others on this tape. But yeah, this BB King, it's gotta be solo, man. It's just got solos like just written all over it, bro. Like I haven't even pressed played on it, and I'm already having an intuition that he most likely produced it. But I'm gonna let it play though. I'm gonna let it play. 2 minutes and 24 seconds.
Work. The bruise is back brewing like coffee with cream to it. I hustle for spiritual riches, homie.
Ah, man, I can't tell. Man. I don't know. It's a tough one, bro. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. It's a tough one, bro. It's a good chance. It's a good chance. They already got a nice little, smooth, vibey, laid back type of vibe to it so far. So, replay this.
Cream useless. Work. The bruise is back brewing like coffee with cream to it. I hustle for spiritual riches, homie. Your cream useless. Cash ruined everything around me. Now God rooted. Father made me humble, very low when pride boosted. She'll be my faith when them demons come crowd shooting. I pray my spirit radiate, flowing like carpooling. My spirit get explosive. I just pray that you vibe suited. Okay. Work. The bruise is back brewing like coffee with cream to it. I hustle for spiritual riches, homie. Your cream useless. Cash everything around me. Now God rooted. Father made me humble, very low when pride boosted. She'll be my faith when them demons come crowd shooting. I pray my spirit radiate, flowing like carpooling. My spirit get explosive. I just pray that you vibe suited. Okay. Work. Spirit on fire for the Lord, but I'm chill cooling. Window of opportunity, I'm Malcolm X looking through it. Bro pockets, big rims, and shotties, we looking foolish. Trying to break the chains, Tribal Judah, we out the maze. You won't visit the zoo when them lions is out the cage. They hate to see our eyes in the books reading.
You won't visit the zoo when them lions out the cage. But I like that line he said earlier about the bruise, man. And then talk about the cream once again, bro. Bringing those references, because it's a play on word, brew, coffee and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, once again, it's just that wordplay, at play, and then he just said you won't go to the zoo when them lions out the cage because, the tribe of Judah, saying has the lion symbol and whatnot. So once again, if you ain't paying attention, you're going to get left behind.
Learning game, they love you, then they hate you like Christ at the end of things. Okay, you can't exit trauma when you keep introducing pain. The seed you planted is being rooted and ain't gonna rage like a. You can't exit trauma when you keep introducing pain. The seed you planted.
You can't exit trauma if you keep introducing pain. So, you got it's kind of like that two sides of the same coin. You know what I'm saying? Like the opposite, right? Intro, outro. So he's pretty much saying you can't exit trauma if you keep introducing pain. So pretty much, you can't exit out of those traumas and those ways of you either thinking or your circumstances, so on and so forth, if you're going to continually be an advocate for those problems when they occur. I mean, like I said, man, it really makes you think, man. I really appreciate the thought-provoking lines that he's dropping on here, because it's true. How can you really bring forth solutions if you're going to continually be a catalyst for the problem? You know what I'm saying? How are you going to be? It's the other way around. You got to be the solution, not the problem. You know what I'm saying? That also shows growth and maturity as well. If you're able to be the one that brings forth solutions, you know what I mean, and not necessarily make problems. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I like that, man. Very thought provoking.
Getting rooted and gonna rage like a vacant house. No grass cut a couple of days, really a couple of years. Praise the Most High, He made us guys, not faking it here. Feeling really emotion, real pain, causing real tears. Cause hey, I start crying. What is that? Artificial tears? Okay.
Artificial tea.
But everything in life has a price, can't buy it all. They building less schools, more jails and shopping malls. You think they keep it a buck till you walk out the dollar store. Get demons cast away, Tom Hanks in a volleyball. People barely living, don't know what they died for. They stand there for nothing, in the same, they falling for it.
That's a fact, man. That's why when we think about Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verses 13 to 14, it already tells us what the whole duty of man is, which is to fear God and keep his commandments. And it tells us that, God has, he'll bring every, for God is going to bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or evil. But the point is made, very profoundly in verse 13, where it tells us, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. For God and keep his commandments. This was written by Solomon himself, right? One of the wisest men to have ever walked the face of the earth, telling you what the whole purpose, the whole essence of why we are here to begin with. And the way his brother just said, like, most people, they don't even know their purpose or what they're even dying for. You know what I'm saying? And it's true. It's sad, but it's still very much true. If you don't really know what you're willing to die for, then it's just like why are you here? Like, what purpose do you really have? Like, what are you really living for? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have something that you're willing to die for, then you're subject to just stand for pretty much any and everything, really. You know what I mean? Because you don't really have any, like, your moral compass isn't fully figured out yet. It isn't fully solidified. So I mean, it's powerful, man. Like I said, none of the stuff that he's saying is light. None of the stuff that he's saying is meant to go over your head. It's something to really contemplate on and really meditate. Just to really meditate about is what these lines are designed to make you do.
Okay.
All right, so that was BB King freestyle. I mean, that was pretty dope. That was pretty tight. BB King freestyle remix. Once again, not sure if Solo produced that, but I don't know, bro. It just instantly pop registered into my mind. The BB King. But no, that was a tight record though, man. Tight record. That leads us to track number 9. We got OK Bet Part 2 remix. So we're gonna go ahead. This is actually the second to last track of the mixtape. All right, so go and let this thing play out. 2 minutes and 2 seconds. All right.
Work. We gon' preach the gospel till hell freeze over. I'm a servant of God, yeah, Israelite soldier. I keep the Father's will in range like a rover. Baba Blicky gon' spray everywhere like ship soda. Don't let the word dog you for the cat like.
Yeah, that was a nice line. Range like a rover.
Hell freeze over. I'm a servant of God, yeah, Israelite soldier. I keep the Father's will in range like a rover. Baba.
Now keep the Father's will in range like a rover. That was clever.
Soda. Don't let the word dog you for the cat like Doja. You know Christ the chief priest. I ain't talking about so.
That cat like Doja, Doja Cat.
Be sober and aware, cause the devil is only put you in the red room like picture exposure. Keep your enemies close and the Most High closer. We connected at
the hip like. Keep your enemies close with it. Most High closer. Because the whole saying goes, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. But he's kind of reverting. He's basically playing, on that traditional, line. Saying that cultural reference. Yeah, that was dope though. But it's true. Keep it, definitely keep the Most High closer, man. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. I agree.
in a holster, or like Jacob holding on to the heel of his brother. I got brothers now, brothers, different fathers and mothers, but we all had the same holy father above us. Before the internet, Google, I was searching for purpose. I was lost in, found light, airport luggage. Read the Bible, gain some knowledge before we talk about the subject. Don't pay the price of sin, it's gonna break your budget. Cause you can't buy heaven with cash or gold nuggets. The funeral costs all cash and gold for me. Life can leave a pretty scar when things get ugly. She used to be a Barbie doll, then she turned into Chucky. Yeah, I started at the bottom, yeah, straight out the muddy. Like God making Adam, yeah, I used to be dusty. Gave me life and I put nobody above me. If you out here living wicked, you a clown like Krusty. I was wicked in the world, living life real lusty, blowing underarm kush cause it smells so musty. Now I'm praying for forgiveness, knowing God gon' judge me. Cold world, I'm built for it like the fur on the husky. Don't hold hands with the enemy, you won't gain nothing. Yeah, the kingdom at hand, I'm running with it like rugby.
You know, if I don't know what rugby is, that's like basically it's like some people call it the alternative to traditional like American football, like traditional American tackle football, except they're not playing with like all of the padding and the protective gear that they play in traditional American football, the helmets and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But there still is tackling involved. It still is a full contact sport, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even sure if honestly I'm not even really sure how from a league or a franchise standpoint, like how those things are structured when it comes to rugby. I just know that it's a sport. I know that it exists, and I know that people pretty much look at it as an alternative to you know traditional American football, right? That's as far as my knowledge goes, as far as rugby goes, you know what I'm saying? But what he said is true, you know what I'm saying, running with like rugby, because it basically is like football, just once again just a bit stripped down, but the physical contact and whatnot still exists, right?
Like Tommy and Chucky, these niggas is lucky. Yeah, get ready, buddy, we rugby. To my God, best friends like Tommy and Chucky, these niggas is lucky. Yeah, get ready, buddy, we about to lock in like Bucky's at a jail. I tell them we ain't gotta be behind these cells, no, we ain't gotta be behind these bars. I tell them right here, we are guys, yeah, I'm telling them beyond the stars, but they don't realize they gotta look at their real eyes and realize this life is real, guy.
Yeah, that was fire, man. That was fire. That was okay bet part 2. Yeah, that was fire, man. He was talking on that, man. He was talking, bro. I like the energy. You know what I'm saying? It was raw. It was up front. You know what I mean? And once again, bro, just not holding any punches whatsoever, man. And once again, bro, I mean, just the way he's finishing strong. You know what I mean? He started to tape off strong, and very, very, with a lot of excitement. With the whole radio. Sound effects and whatnot that we've been hearing for quite a bit of these tracks as it's coming to a close. But he's finishing even stronger. You know what I mean? I also and even though it's just a tape, I like how he's once again adding elements to once again keep it rather exciting. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping fresh and keeping listeners on their toes, so to speak, right? So that leads us to the last track of the tape, Glory, yeah, track number 10. And in parentheses, it says, More For Me remix. All right, let's listen to it. It's 2 minutes and 22 seconds. And yep, he's still continuing on with the radio sound effects, man. I mean, it's definitely given the tape overall a different sonic imprint. You know what I mean? Just making things unique, very peculiar for this particular project.
Work, praise the Holy Father, Zion his holy daughter. Shout out to his saints, those are real martyrs. Narrate the story.
Oh man, stop playing with him, bro. Stop playing with him. Okay.
Become your own.
Y'all hear that, bro? Yeah, how smooth that sound? Woo.
Work, praise the Holy Father, Zion, his holy daughter. Shout out to his saints, those are real martyrs. Narrate your story, become your own author. Be fruitful and multiply, become your own father. Go with the flow of nature, like spring water. Get baptized and wash clean through the living waters. That's our holy word. Use it to discern, to wash my hands clean, like they was full of germs. To wash my
I
hands.
can see why this was one of the most played ones. I think this was 1 second. It's the third most played song on the project. This is not a drill, and I'm looking at it from SoundCloud analytics. So the most played was Skateland. That was track number 2. It's 602 plays. This is not a drill. Remix 2 was the second most, and this is the third most. Now, I mean, of course, we know it's not necessarily about the analytics or anything like that, but at the same time, numbers don't lie. You know what I'm saying? And the brother even made reference to this in one of his previous tracks here on this project as well, because they don't, people they like what they like, they enjoy what they enjoy, right? So
Like mama say, it's time to eat. But those are man's ways and not Christ's ways. Cause you don't wash your hands from the wicked ways. I wash my brother's feet as Christ did the same. To reap what you sow. The world called it karma. You know, keeping the canon affiliates with drama. I know we made from clay, the most high the potter. We was born to die like cows that was born for slaughter. All these know-it-alls, Hollywood stars, red carpet events that their name is on, will sing the same song. They never overcome. The rich won't see the kingdom. Their names is blotted from the book of life.
I like what he just said about the rich not seeing the kingdom and whatnot, because I was literally, meditating earlier on when you read Matthew chapter 19, verses 16 through 22. But even reading further on down from there, when the Messiah, after he gets through speaking to the young rich ruler, right, he pretty much informs his disciples about how much easier it is for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to make it into the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? And you wonder, sheesh, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is that? I mean, it's simple, because, they pretty much have their heaven here on earth. They already have their treasure. You know what I mean? The Mashiach told us that we need to store up treasures in heaven, right? Where he is sitting at the right hand of the Almighty, Abba himself. You know what I mean? When you have everything that you could possibly ever want here. And don't get it twisted. There's nothing wrong with, there's nothing wrong with having money and resources and stuff like that here. But the thing is when you value those things that you've acquired for yourself here more than you value what the Most High has in store for you, or what's to come in the afterlife and what have you, then you're not going to really be paying those things any mind or any attention. You know what I mean? Or even if you want to talk about the parable of the rich fool, you know what I mean? When Messiah told us that, a man's life consisteth not of the things in which he possesseth. And then it goes on to talk about the parable of the rich fool and how he was so resourceful, right? He was so well endowed. He had everything, but yet he wasn't rich towards himself, right? And then God is just saying, like, okay, well, what if I required your soul? What if I required your soul, tonight? Basically, if I took your life tonight, to whom are you going to pass on all of these things? Which really, in essence, what he's trying to essentially get you to understand, the message he's trying to really plant into your mind is, it's pointless to put all of your stock into the things of this life, right? And not at all, pay any mind to what's to come, because afterlife, everything there is eternal. Right here, right now, everything is just temporary. You know what I mean? It's all temporary. Um, it's not gonna last. It's fleeting, right? But what happens in the afterlife, whether we make it into the kingdom, or whether you get tossed into the lake of fire for eternity, either of the ways, man, either way you go, it's all for eternity. It's forever. So why put so much stock into something that's only temporary? You came into this world without it. You're not going to be able to leave without it, like it tells us in First Timothy chapter 6, verses 7. It just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? At all. You really should be prioritizing, heavenly related things. That is allowing you to more allocate your focus in that area, and stack up treasures, for um, you know for the afterlife, or for the kingdom of heaven's sake.
Follow Christ cause he the way and light. Defeated death and came back with a renewed life. Defeated death and came back with a renewed life. Let iron sharpen iron. Why get a new knife? If sin costs so much, then why pay the price? You can't clean in darkness, that's why you need the light. It's rare you ever see a butler cleaning up at night. Don't let them get you sky high to throw you off the flight, cause you won't have a place to land like a Levite. Proverbs chapter 4 verse 1, read it down and write. Verse 22 to understand the keys to life. They bite off more than they could chew, like an overbite. I'm shining bright, show is cooking like an oven light. Don't be a player, find a lady, get you one wife. Cause most pimps come up short like Money Mike. These superhero the villain stories is very awkward. Who leads the path to uprightness to walk in ways of darkness? And when I see Christ, I see God in human fashion. Cause God and Christ walking waters in the same fashion.
Yeah, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, man. Christ already told us, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. Christ essentially was God in the flesh. He was the Word. You read Hebrews 10:7, he already it tells us, he says, I come in the volume. He said, "Lo, I come in the volume of the book, for it is written of me to do thy will, O God." He was the Word. When you saw him, he was the embodiment of the Word itself. You know what I'm saying? So he, the Father, they're one and the same. It's the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, the Godhead, right? Or some people say the Holy Trinity.
Now,
All right, y'all. So hey, man, that was pretty much it. That was track number 10, Glory, yeah, More for Me remix. Oh man, I mean, I knew it was gonna be a treat, listening to volume 2. Right at the tail or off the tail end of listening to volume 1. I mean, 9 to 5, he did his things, man. Shouts out to the bro. Of course, my hopes and prayers is that the Most High just continues to work through him, so he can keep bringing forth more spiritually impactful music. And even if it's not just music, just whatever it is that the Most High has on his spirit to bring forth for us, for our convenience, for our upliftment, to boost our morale as we're in this hour, right? And I'm just hoping and praying that he continues to allow him to keep doing as such, keep being the man of God that he is, the family man that he is, taking care of his family, so on and so forth. And yeah, my hope and prayer is that we all can continue to keep laboring and fighting and staying strong as we're in this hour. So hey, that was the review. Really killed that. It was amazing. Definitely can't wait to see what else he has coming and cooking up in the oven for us. You know what I mean? Like I said, I know it's nothing for the brother to actually, I think he's working on something right now. I've been seeing some posts of his on IG on the King Music Reviews page. So the brother's definitely he's definitely cooking, man. He's definitely cooking up something for us. He's definitely not sleeping at the wheel. So Lord willing, we get to get met with that soon enough. But that was the review, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Once again, installment we having the brother Ben Cole on for an interview being on the mic. So that's gonna be interesting. Like I said, if you guys haven't checked out any of the previous installments, do yourself a just service and brother not to have some support. Of course, I'm gonna be leaving his links in the description box so that way y'all can keep up with everything that he's got going on. Not just his social media handles, but of course, his DSPs as well. SoundCloud, just one of the many or whatnot. I'm not sure whose distributor is be distributed or what have you, as far as releasing his music to streaming outlets. But like I said, of course, I'm gonna be leaving the links in the description box. So hey man, run them numbers up, man. Show the brother some support, show him some love, man, and let's keep these spiritual flows right? In rotation, man. Like I said, this is Kingdom Music Reviews. It's your brother, Take One Night Servant. I hope to speak to you guys again soon, if it be God's will. I love y'all. Say peace and shalom.